Oh, right. It's July 7th. And yes, I think I speak for everyone this week that's like, what the hell? There's another social media app. And yep, there is. It's called Threads. It's from Facebook or Meta or whatever you want to refer to them as. It's under the Instagram label. And it's a definite Twitter competitor, though we need hashtags. Bring hashtags. And it's kind of more civil. Well, regardless, it's definitely creating some decision paralysis and like how you're going to use your time with all these social media apps these days. I mean, there's so many ways to spend your time, and I don't know which would. Oh, right, Snapchat. They're fun, right? Snapchat filters, and Instagram kind of stole the idea. I mean, why not? It's fun. But yeah, what are we going to do with our time and all that kind of stuff? I mean, I think I can manage 4 apps, maybe 5 apps sometimes. Regardless, let's stop on that. I'm just seriously. Let's talk like a pirate, and we will talk about booty. That seems inappropriate. Regardless, yar. And yeah, fun stuff though, and things that maybe are a little easier to choose from. I don't know. Are some concerts, and I got a lot of them for you, especially some Tucson ones this Friday night, but then also for the whole next week of shows around Phoenix and around Arizona, so let's safely go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I still do recommend, please, masking and just at least precaution. It helps make the space a little more inviting and welcoming to even our immunocompromised friends and slightly less risk to our touring friends, so they don't have to postpone or cancel or anything like that. So it's at least just a welcoming thing, and it helps because I just hit 12 months of this fucking long COVID. And you can check out on my website, I shared it down. I wrote a little thing I'm talking about what 12 months of this has been like, and not fun. It's frustrating. But regardless, you can go check that out on all the stuff. Everyshowjoe.com. We'll just toss that one out as where you can look, or any of those social media that I mentioned at the top. Speaking of though, housekeeping, of course, please be sure to like this where you're liking it and watching it, and assuming you're liking it. But yeah. And also, if you're watching it on YouTube, and if you're not watching on YouTube, you can always go to youtube.com/everyshowjoe. You can always subscribe, help me get those subscriber numbers up, and one day get more features like advertisement revenue that you can skip that ad after like 6 seconds, or is it 9 seconds, something like that. But it's money, right? It's some way to monetize and make something out of this. But because I don't do that, and because I can't do that, there is another way you can support, is by going to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Yes, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Go there, even $1 a month helps me out. $5 a month, that's like buying me a soda or a beer at a mid-sized venue at least. Once a month, it's like, and I appreciate it. It helps with gas to get to shows, costs of some of those tickets at shows, even just the equipment that I'm using here to record and that kind of stuff. And yeah, so I always appreciate it, and appreciate everyone that does support me there on Patreon. Also, thing you can do for free though is go to everyshowjoe.com that I mentioned there. You can go check out my little bit of writing there on talking about 12 months of long COVID and having fucking chronic fatigue and testing and just experiencing this has been something else. So you can check that out. But you can also check out pictures that I've taken over the months and the years, the website, and being Every Show Joe and all that kind of stuff with a proper camera too. And written about that stuff too. That's all on there. And in the menu bar, if you wanted an Every Show Joe shirt, I got you. There is a store link. You can click there. You can pick up an Every Show Joe shirt, wear it around, and help me out that way. Appreciate that too. Because then people might actually look it up. They'll pull out their giant laptop that they carry with them. I think that's how that works in modern society. And, look up Every Show Joe. It's simple. But also, speaking of simple, other awesome stuff to mention is the song underneath it you can hear is Burgundy Jerk with a U. Well, 2 U's. And the song is brilliantly named The Violent Overthrow of Some Guy Named Jeff. It's fucking great if you're not already hearing it underneath my talking here. Also, of course, thank you, Val Doors, Jesse Val there, donated the camera that you're seeing that is recording me in slightly higher definition, more higher definition, that kind of stuff, and making me look nicer, or worse, depending on your perspective. Glass half full, making me look better. But regardless, yes, thank you, Jesse. Thank you for the donation of better equipment and improving these videos and these streams I can do for everyone. And keep an eye on Valdors and Jesse Val, because you might know him from Cartoon Lion back in the day. You might know him from, Delta Val. And, he might be doing some new solo stuff, so keep an ear out. Maybe 2 ear outs. But yeah, so there's some awesome stuff coming. Also, speaking of awesome stuff, I like to throw out every week, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck sexism, fuck transphobia. Speaking of trying to get away from Twitter. But yeah, fuck that shit. It's just veiled hate. Veiled masking other issues that they just want to point and blame it and put it on things that are not even related to things that are spurring, wanting to take away just basic human rights, take away basic, just it should be normal. It should be a even playing field. It shouldn't fucking matter who you love, what you identify as, whatever. Be you. That's the best way to live life, and it's the most comfortable way to live life, and it's amazing. And no one should fucking be intervening or trying to take away your right to be you. So I like to throw out stuff out there. All this stuff you can find on everyshowjoe.com/get involved. But yeah, speaking of just helping people embrace being who they are, 1 in 10, the numbers are spelt out, and it's in the letter N in between. 1in10.org. They are there helping LGBTQ youth just embrace who they are, be who they are, love who they are as they start to grow into adulthood. And that's an awesome organization, so I'm throwing out here every week. Also, of course, the National Center for Transgender Equality. They're fighting against these horrible laws being passed in states like Tennessee and Florida. Bullshit. They're also working for workplace laws and all that kind of stuff, making sure equal medical treatment, equal medical health, there we go, that kind of stuff. So transequality.org, you can go check out their stuff. And then, yeah, of course, Black Lives Matter is an amazing organization, not just a fucking great saying. You can see what they're doing here, at least the Phoenix section. You can always look up your local one, blmphxmetro.org, see what they're doing, get involved, just go out and do stuff. Also, Poder in Action is a very awesome group too. They are there working to break down systematic systems. I get it. But they're working to break down systems in place that are just inherently against people of color and rebuild them with systems that work for people of color and are just equal treatment to everyone. So PoderInAction.org is a very good organization. Also, just see what they're doing and get involved. You can always take donations too if you don't have the time, and they'll take that too. Also, StopAAPIHate.org for Asian Americans, Islander. Ways to get involved. First Nation.org for Indigenous or Native Americans. And all this stuff, just ways to help as hate crimes in the last few years are up and violent. That's my name. I mean, I guess songs. But yeah, so these are just ways to get involved. And then also just on the music side of stuff, I like to throw out there the Side Project, working to help with homelessness and against self-harm. Punk Rock Saves Lives, who also go check them out, give them a donation right now, because they had one of their RV van breakdowns, so they can use the money to help repair and get it all back on the road and get them moving. And they help also with mental health and all that kind of stuff, and they're intertwined with our national punk scene. And they have a festival also coming up in Colorado and Denver, so go check that out too. But yeah, that kind of stuff. And of course, it's Arizona. We have a territorial, over 120, 30 years old law telling people what they can do with their reproductive systems. That's pretty archaic, and unfortunately, it's still in effect here. So, I'd like to throw out a good resource because everyone should have access to help just make the best decisions for themselves, including with their doctor, all that kind of stuff, and also have a choice on what they want to do. So, the Abortion Fund of AZ.org, they're a very good organization to get and support and that kind of stuff here in Arizona. Plus, of course, ProjectHope.org, who will continue to, on a global scale, help places like Ukraine, like Puerto Rico, which is technically a territory of the U.S., but our government is so shitty about supporting someone that people that are under our umbrella. So, yeah. Anyways, projecthope.org is another really good link. They're out there. So go check all that stuff out. Of course, also stuff you want to go support your favorite musicians, your favorite bands, and the most simplest, easiest, best way you can do it that I say every freaking week, and apparently I don't swear occasionally, is buy the merch, buy the shirts, buy the CDs, buy the just the digital, anything tangible. We're on our Bandcamp. Like Brad Pinker just put out his first EP. Check that out. Like get skateboards. You can get freaking summer hoodies, which I don't know if you really 112. I don't know if that's even still fun. I guess it keeps you moisture. Regardless, you can go check out, buy their merch. That's the best, easiest, simplest way. Support your favorite musicians. Support your favorite bands. Also, NIVA, like they're out there, National Independent Venue Association. They're still working to represent your favorite independent venues and lobbying for their interests in the current government system we have here. And also, they have an emergency fund, so if venues need it, they are there to try to help with rent and all that kind of stuff. So throw that out there, NIVASSOC.org. But you're here for, additionally, on top of all that stuff, you're here for what shows are coming up for the next 7 days. And I'm here to tell you at least the ones that I think are awesome. These are all at least one band that I think is fucking rad on here, or musician. That's what gets them on here. And I figure if they're playing this show, everyone else around them probably is really cool. So you're going to probably be happy, even if it's just I'm recommending on one band or more. So yeah, check these out, and it's all within what I can find. Not every website, not every Facebook event page is like the best, unfortunately, for every venue. But I do my best, and I'll try to keep you posted on all that stuff that I can find. And tonight is awesome. There's, like I said, there's a lot of Tucson stuff, but we got a couple good ones here up in Phoenix to start out the next 7 days. Like tonight, we got Fayuca, our local Fayuca, the amazing awesomeness that is Fayuca. They're playing with the Two Tone Lizard Kings. They're playing with Danny T, DeLuvo, and Prefect at the Marquee Theater. 6 p.m. start for that. And then over the Yucca Tap Room, we got the Super Suckers back in town, which if you've never watched Super Suckers, you go treat yourself and watch the Super Suckers. And they're playing with Mike and the Molotovs, Freight at the Yucca Tap, 7:30 p.m. We also got a First Friday Punk show featuring, I guess it's the return. I just realized they're back, which is fucking around. Nuclear Beach Party is playing. They're playing with the Manic Dose. They're playing with Bulletproof Backpacks and DJ Blessed One over at the Pemberton, or inside the Pemberton, it says on the flyer, 8 p.m. We also got Holdfast with Fairy Bones with Dreamboat over the Nile Coffee Shop, 7:30. And get your, caffeine fix on. And trust me, I know about getting my caffeine fix on. It's one of the things that helps me out with this stupid fatigue. But unfortunately, like for 40 minutes, and then I'm back to zero. It's dumb, but it's helpful occasionally. So, now coffee shop. Then, yes, down in Tucson, we got a list. We're going to start here. We got, first off, Line of Fire with the Besmirchers, with Oppressed Logic, with Sleeping with the Witch at 191 Tool down there in Tucson, 8 p.m. We got Tides doing their album release show with one of the last shows you can catch, American Standards, as they kind of do their last rung of shows down there, with Symphonics at Club Congress down in Tucson, 8 p.m. We also got Tonight's Sunshine, Hotel Pink, Analog Monsters, and the Jonah Show at the Groundworks down in Tucson. There's still more. And we also got Bissett and Callahan with Katie May in the Lubrication, Chasen Way, and Jack Pfister at the Club Congress Plaza down in Tucson, 7 p.m. And keep an eye on Katie May. She's doing a whole thing in Bisbee for the next month, doing a residency, so really cool stuff and really cool. Just hang out in Old Town Bisbee for like a month. Who wouldn't want that? So go check out Katie May in general. Also, of course, it's technically Arizona, and they're playing in it. And I just saw them last night, and they're good friends. Franks and Deans and Monkey are good friends. And they're fucking playing up in Bullhead at Hardyville Tavern, 9 p.m. You also got, of course, if you're hanging at home looking for some streams, well, a band that it's still on my list I need to see live, but Group Love, they're doing their album release show as a stream over on veeps.com/grouplove, 6 p.m. and on demand. So you don't even have to be there at 6 p.m. You can actually go pay for it and watch it whenever. Well, at least until they expire it, but for at least the next couple of days. Plus, of course, one that is free and always amazing and always super friendly and welcoming to everyone. That would be Scott Klopfenstein doing his Friday night stream over on twitch.tv/Scott Klopfenstein, 9 p.m. Very welcoming. Him, G. Scott, curate an amazing environment, amazing people hanging out in that chat. So go check that out if you're hanging at home looking for something awesome to go watch. And then Saturday, boy, now you do have some we'll bring back the term decision paralysis, but this time it's related to what show you're going to be at. I'm going to put this one at the top. We're going to start with the Dwarves back in town. They're with Get a Grip, ADD, Overstand at Pub Rock Live, 7 p.m. Oh boy, that's going to be just a party. But speaking of parties, let's celebrate 10 years of one of my favorite bands here in Phoenix. We'll call them punkgrass, right? We call them punkgrass, but bluegrass, punk, that kind of stuff. Black Mountain Moonshine's celebrating 10 years. Congrats, guys, on 10 years. That is amazing. I got to figure out how I can do that. I can't. 3 bands is hard enough for me, so we're going to figure out how a show this loaded I can maybe make it out to. We got Skulldrug, we got Squared, we got Mad Dog Tannen, we got Whiskey Famine, and we had the Manecdotes who are just being freaking busy this week. Over the Echo Tap Room, 7 p.m. So they're going to squeeze that all in one amazing night of music to celebrate. And so that is easily classified as a party. But, speaking of parties, what do you do when you have a birthday? You party. And, well, we got Chris's Swifty 50. Happy birthday, Chris. Featuring Critical Miss, Asswipe Junkies, Nuclear Beach Party, and Killing Sunday over at Rips Bar, 9 p.m. And then this one's just a regular show. It's not a party. I mean, it could be a party. You can make anything a party. We got Pinstock with Skeleton Army, Standing at the Back, and Eat Crow at Timeout Lounge, 8 p.m. We also got Arrows in Action with Honey Revenge, another band that's on that list that discovered, I think, while I've had this crap for the last year. But they're on that list where I hope to fucking go check out Honey Revenge specifically of this lineup, because they're really awesome. Go check out their music. With Finished Ticket at Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. And then you might know I'm not the biggest cover band person. I mean, there's exceptions. Like I already mentioned, Frank Zadine's awesome, and that whole thing is amazing, taking Rap Hack stuff and mixing it with your favorite punk and ska and even some rockabilly. And also Gimme Gimmes. So of course, Gimme Gimmes. How can you not love Gimme Gimmes? But I have a mixed opinion on cover bands, and I'm sorry if you're in a cover band. Some of you guys do it really good, though. I'm gonna say you do a good job at it. It's just I love original music. Regardless, this is on here, Blink-182 True, because their support is amazing, and you might just show up to Marquee for this alone, and that is because Winter Haven's on it. We got Live Delivery, we got Insomniacs, and we got Negative 32 on here over the Marquee starting at 6 p.m. So freaking awesome. We also, speaking of more awesome stuff, we got a good show over the Trunk Space. We got Monette with Taciturn, Police State, and Animal Shin over the Trunk Space, where they do ask you mask inside, please. 7:30 p.m. for that. Plus, if you're hanging out at home and looking for something to wake up with, one of the happiest people on the internet is Kepi Gooley, and he's streaming over on his Facebook every morning around 9 a.m. Plus, throughout the week. That's why I recommend also just give him a follow and see when he goes live, and maybe catch him random. Awesome. Takes requests, chats. Great stuff. Then Sunday, we got shows. We got Buppy. Yep, that's what it says, Buppy. With Bummer Girl and TV Messages at the Trunk Space, where, again, please mask inside, they ask. 7:30 p.m. We also got the Slaps with Man Wolves and Practically People at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. Clearly, I had fun saying the Slaps. The Slaps. It's great. It's a great phrase. Great name. And then down at Tucson, it's your turn. The Dwarves are heading down there, and they're playing with Get a Grip, Sleeping with a Witch, and Turco at the Rock down at Tucson, 7 p.m. Plus, if you're hanging out at home, this is when you get to see Bitey and Bambi doing their usual stream on Sundays, playing some music and taking requests over on twitch.tv/BiteyandBambi, 2 p.m. for that. Monday rolling around, and we got more ska. There's a lot of ska going on. Can't have too much ska, trust me. We got the Skajeks with El Gully Diablo, the Redemptions, Sick, I believe, with the 2 S's, and the Cadaver Dabadoos over at the Rhythm Room, 7 p.m. start for you there. And that's your only option, so go have fun and skank or mosh and skank pot. Skanking pit. There we go. We'll just call it a skanking pit. You can mosh, dance, but don't let the two mix. I think that's how that works. Tuesday rolling out, we got Sweat with Dead Snitch, Common Wounds at the Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. Sweat sounding like kind of like a Animal and the Sniffers, kind of punk rock. It looks really cool. So it's on this list. We also got Laid Back Country Picker with Mike and the Molotovs at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. Also got Jason Isbell in the 400 unit over here coming back with Deer Tick at the Marquee Theater, 8 p.m. And Jason Isbell's one of those people you do want to follow on social media. Just awesome takes, awesome person. Check that out. We also got, of course, if you're hanging at home and looking for something in the morning, right early, Biting Bambi, 7 a.m. for you on their Twitch. Scott Klopstein's got you covered in the evening, so you got plenty of awesome music and requests of just hanging at home and on the chat with random people on the internet that you might get to know. And super awesome people in the chat. So yeah, super stuff. Wednesday, and we got more hard decisions. You got AJJ once again back. Not only just once again back playing with Open Mike Eagle, which fucking Open Mike Eagle. If you haven't not, there's an Open Mike Eagle. I mean, AJJ, awesome new album also. So we're going to tell all of this stuff is amazing and why you should be there. Plus Dog Breath. How can you not want to be at the show, right? That's our Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. And this might be why you're not going to be there. But we got Remember Sports with Good and Diners. Yes, Diners. You remember Diners. Diners is awesome. And they're playing support over the Rebel Lounge. They're 8 p.m. on that one. Plus, we got Alibi with Trevor and the Travelers, Sapphire at the Nile Underground, 8 p.m. And this is when you can get some morning Sky Klopstein. Yes, 9 a.m. You can go tune in on his Twitch and get some awesome music in your morning. Then Thursday, we've got it. We've got the Aquabats. The Aquabats are playing with one of my... This is a fucking killer bill. If I can pull this off, fucking... Or maybe I just sacrificed my energy to the fatigue gods for the day and maybe to follow a couple days. But the Aquabats are playing with the Agrolites and Left Alone at the Marquee Theater, 7 p.m. Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell my enthusiasm. And also that I got Aquabats stuff, you might know. Regardless, that's why that's at the top of the list. I want to be there. If I can be there, I want to be there. That's a fucking awesome show. But speaking of being there and awesome, and go and help, go celebrate and kick them off in style on their brand new upcoming tour. Got TV Tragedy doing their tour kickoff show with the Monsters, with Gunk and Asswipe Junkies at the Nile Underground, 7 p.m. And yes, I love the Aquabats, so I'm so sorry. TV Tragedy, but if you're not at the Aquabats, you should go check out TV Tragedy. And I mean, actually, no, you should also be at this one, because happy birthday, Electrosad. Electrosad's got her birthday show at the Trunk Space. Fuck yes. And it's playing with Jake Grider, Corey Gomez, Lilab, Sarah June, and City Mouth over at the Trunk Space, where they do ask as a courtesy, please mask inside. But yeah, fucking these are all recommendations. I can excitedly just tell you, be at these and wish Electrosad a happy birthday, regardless if you're not going to be there. Go on our social media and just wish her happy birthday. But yeah, super awesome. 7 p.m. start for that one. And that's not all. There's still more on that very busy Thursday, right? J. Scott Howard and the Freightliners are playing with Mills End, Bay Window at the Aqua Tap, 8 p.m. Plus got Micah Bentley with MB Alexander and Badlands at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. And we got Mr. Mike Malakar over the Wasted Grain, 9:30 p.m. And yes, another morning stream with, Sky Klopstein, which I didn't even give you the whole spiel, of Little Big Fish. Little Sman Band and Real Big Fish combined apparently make Little Big Fish. Regardless, go check out the episode. Also, Scott was just on on Chris Makes a Podcast where they talk about Write and Sell Out with Aaron Barrett. So go check out that episode. It's really, really good. But yeah, tune into Scott Klopstein 9 a.m. on Thursday morning too. That was the real message to be mentioned here. Plus, of course, Friday rolling around, and you got choices, as you always do. You got The Fiend X Fest featuring Dark Ride, featuring Ferratu, Vacant Skies, Live Sellers Below, Rejected Monsters, and XXNRII, which might be Roman numerals that I'm not reading correctly. But regardless, Yucca Tap Room, 8 p.m. is what they say as the time that I saw when I put this list together. So really cool. And then Goth Babe in town. I first saw at M3F, fucking awesome band, indie rock. Go check them out, playing with Husbands over the Van Buren, 8 p.m. If you're not going to the first show, at least go check out Goth Babe. Fucking great. Also, we got Liam St. John with the Deadbeat Cousins, Evan Honer at the Rebel Lounge, 8:30 p.m. That one sold out, I saw, but regardless, throw it out there, and if you are going, have a lot of fun. Also, speaking of Rad Pinkard, who just put out a new EP over on his Bandcamp, Rad Pinkard with St. Pop Factory Reset over the Nile Coffee Shop, 7 p.m., which I guess would be an album release show, maybe? But yeah, really cool. We also got Stephen Marley with Hyrie, Arise, Roots, and the Irie. There's a theme here, right? Something's Irie. At the Marquee Theater, 7 p.m. Plus, Bob Log the Third is over at Chopper John's and back playing Phoenix. This is a guesstimate. I assume 9 p.m. start. That's what most of their shows start. So I didn't see a time, but regardless, Bob Log up there is also just an amazing watch. Chopper Johns. Plus, Scott Constantine's always got you covered 9 p.m. over on his Twitch. So yeah, awesome stuff. Like I said at the top, at least one musician or band or more on any of these, and I think you're going to enjoy it and have fun, and they're amazing. And so, fucking awesome. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, I could bring back the pirate thing, right? Is that this one? But really, that's all I got. So hopefully you guys have fun out there. Go to one or more of these shows. Have fun doing that, supporting these bands, these musicians. Be safe about it, of course. As I always say, try to do anything to lower your chance of dealing with 12 months of fucking long COVID. This is not my favorite. I wish I had my ear back. Let's say that. But yeah, have fun. Be safe out there. Get a DD if you're drinking. That kind of stuff. But enjoy watching these amazing musicians, these amazing bands, and supporting these venues. And until next week, take care. Darr.